Alright, here we go. Oh, so there's a new little thing over here, the Phantom Stranger. I've got one more thing I think to do. So I've been browsing around YouTube and just looking for stuff. Ran across a couple channels I've never seen before, and some YouTubers, and of course maybe come back to the topic of PvP and missing PvP. I definitely love PvP on this game, and I see people still in the Watchtower or the other bases doing duels, and I tried to get in on one the other day, and boy, I was dead in 2 seconds. I was like, what was that? I couldn't even get a combo off and I was dead. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing this. So definitely queuing up for alerts and stuff like that. Haven't done it in forever. I don't even know how balanced it is right now. I definitely been hearing a lot of stuff that people still aren't happy with it, and developers really haven't shown much interest in putting any time into PvP. I'll get on the forums later and go through and see what some of the ideas in the community are to try to fix PvP. I know a lot of players in the current generation probably never PvP before. I know I talked to my old league mates and things like that, and people were just scared of PvP. I mean, yeah, it can be intense from time to time, and especially there's a toxic side to all parts of the game. There's toxic sides to PvE where you can't get a raid group if you don't have a certain amount of skill points, or if you're not a certain power, this, that, and the other. So that's why leagues are important, and having groups of friends just to run with. Like, I remember the days I get together with a couple of my guys, and or people rather, and go run some 4s or 5v5s and go, to like Australia or something like that, and just have great matches out there. For me, I definitely hate losing, but as long as I'm not getting cheated or getting cheesed, I can take a loss. You know what I'm saying? I've dueled my buddy Guess and I hundreds of times, and I've been curb stomped plenty of times by him. But as I know I'm going to get a fair match with that guy. I used to duel my buddy Green Stroke all the time, and more often than not, I dog walked him. But we had a good time fighting each other, right? But like, I remember when One Hand came out and everyone was just doing that stupid combo with the flip and just taking almost all your life away. I'm like, that's not even fun. But you have a lot of people in the game who don't have any respect for other players, so they just want to win, especially to try to get their name out there or something like that. But I have no respect for that. But I've been watching the community and just trying to get back into the game and getting myself readjusted while trying to get back up and get these skill points and level these artifacts, which is insane, the amount of effort or cash it takes to level these artifacts. But at the end of the day, if you put enough time into it, you can do it. I'm seeing a lot of people, especially on Twitter or X, whatever it's called these days, talking about how they want another double XP weekend, which I'll be glad to see, because I want to need to get these artifacts leveled up. I don't think I have anything at level 200 yet, and I was been like, I've been tempted to ball out and just buy it, but I don't want to get back into that habit of just spending ridiculous amounts of money on this game. You can get by without it for the most part. But you get into those alerts, or you get into a raid and you're just missing on that damage, and you start wanting to catch up. And I understand that. That's why I'm trying to get more focused and just like play some side stuff on my alts and just like focus on the main stuff on my other characters, because like I need to go back and get like tons of skill points on from styles and tons of stuff from raids that I've been slacking on for a long time. But we'll see how that goes. Do a little bit at a time. You know, cut down on the dead time I spend on the game just hanging out and just watching people fight each other and stuff like that. But I know the winter seasonal's coming up pretty soon. I think it's like the, don't quote me on that, but it's like the 5th or 6th or something like that. So I'm definitely going to get into that and try to knock out all those feats. Excuse me, and that should give me a couple skill points. But we shall see. Because I know I looked at my buddy the other day, because I'm at like 350 on my main character, and he's at like 5 something. I'm like, jeez, what I would do another 200 skill points, right? Because I remember I used to have all these debates with this other YouTuber who just about PvP, and he used to have this belief that, you know, your gear should matter more than anything, and that like if you have better gear than somebody, they should be able to beat you. I'm like, that's bull. Like, if you have better gear, you should have an advantage over somebody, but you should still be able to be beaten. Like, if I'm lower gear level but I counter you constantly and get my moves off, I should be able to beat a person higher tier than me. It shouldn't be easy, but I should be able to do it, right? But you just had this, we used to argue about this all the time, like, bro, you're hiding behind your gear then, because like, if you level up, you do the content enough to get your gear, now you just want to be unbeatable. That's ridiculous. So we used to argue, and then he used to have this other thing about, oh, it's you shouldn't use barrels or anything in PvP. And then once we ran into each other, we had a pretty close match, and me and my partner were about to win, and then the guy who claimed you should never use barrels ran over and got a barrel, and that helped him get the win. So, you know, hypocrisy. I've run into my fair share of players over the years in PvP that we weren't the best of friends, let's say that. But I still enjoy PvP. That will be probably a good portion of the game I played. I think that whenever I would get burnt out from the grind of raids and stuff like that, I could go to PvP with my friends and just, you know, chill out and have some good matches and just clown around and try some new things. And then that's the thing about PvP, like if you're in a match and certain things aren't going your way, you could possibly change your loadout or swap out in a different move or something that might help you out if you need a shield or something to help you, and bam, turn the match around, or switch out people you're fighting and give yourselves an advantage. That's like holding nodes or just a 4v4. Or that's another thing. Okay, you could have somebody change their role. Like, okay, if you have a healer on the other team, hey, I'll swap out the controller and I'll just hawk that guy down and just hit him with a debuff and then help change the match. But I really do miss the paper rock scissors system where hey, when I hit that healer with a debuff, it really crippled him. Or when a tank came up against me, he could just shake off my debuffs like it was nothing, and then I'm in trouble. But it really sucked during lair battles. I seemed to always get a tank, or if they saw I was fighting a controller, they would switch. But then you still have the opportunity to go to DPS and you still have a chance. But I advise you to put your time into learning how to DPS, especially for all content. That's what I did for the longest time. I was strictly all my characters were support roles, and then I would like be a terrible DPS, but eventually I was like, okay, I need to learn how to DPS so I can get inside more content and just get through stuff faster. I used to do all my stuff with a controller and take so much time with my healer trying to get through content. So there we go. And that's what I'm waiting on right now is I'm going to check to see if the updates for what's it called, the Black Adam content, to see if it actually went to marks of source marks, because it still right now has its own currency. And they're taxing on some of that stuff. It's like 150 marks for one or two things. Uh-oh. You know what really gets me is like if I get interrupted while I'm trying to set off one of my superchargers, I'll lose the whole thing. I was like, oh, especially if it's 100%. Hey, watch your mouth. Oh, and I forgot. I still have to level up my allies, and I've got a couple decent ones on, you know, like I said, my main character, but I gotta level this guy's allies up. So I use my Zod, Batman Who Laughs, and my support ally. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let me go to my base. Hold on, do I get the let's check it out. Oh, I forgot what base I'm in. Gotta go back on my main character and do the Gentleman Ghost. Shared bank. So what I do is I'll like whatever stats, like say for my artifacts, stuff like that, I'll just try to combine all my stuff from each character and then knock out one character at a time and then just work my way down instead of just spreading it out. Crossbeam, what's this? Inactive. I think I need to send that to dark. And that's the one thing I also noticed since I came back. You can't send money to yourself. Well, that's crazy. Because I wanted to buy something for my character, and I didn't have enough on one. So I was like, if I combine them, I could buy this stuff. And nope. If you don't got it, you don't got it. Yeah, I'll just send that to you. Alright, I'm swapping out. some stuff sold on a broker. I'll get that later. Alright, oh, what's this?
Well done. Hopefully Zatanna can keep that under control.
Phantom Stranger.
Stay his hand.
Okay, another 8 marks. Oh, it's Gentleman Ghost, my bad. I'll wait. Alright.
Rise, my friends.
Calculation completed.
Ooh, what was that? I'm gonna switch over to controller. Three, two, count 'em. Oh, we had more people. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, definitely need to regroup for that. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe change phase. I've got 2. That looks like 3. Oops. How do you get your stuff back? Let me go ahead and get my Batman out. Oh, okay. Alright, a crew. Uh-oh, healer's down. There we go. All right.
Crime does not pay in this life or the
Alright,
next.
so smart, marks. Hmm, 78. 23.
Anything useful?
I think I'm gonna finish my regular gear before I go to elite. What's the next highest one? Utility belt. So I accidentally bought the headpiece for my DPS. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, go say this on my armory. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves is when I like zone out, I'm not paying attention, and I save on the armory. That's the wrong one. That too, buying the wrong gear, which I just did the other day. So my controller is up here. Alright, so I need to clean this thing. And okay, there it was. Oh, I could just do that. 46.2. Let me see who's on. Guessing I. How many different chances this guy have? Oh, let's do the right one. It is what it is. Really need the keyboard. Yeah. Oh. Check them out, your guys. Okay, let's look at the new feats and see what he's talking about. Episodes 46. Feet 200 seconds while fighting the gentleman ghost. Oh, okay. Winner, Curse, Golden Solo, Elite, Town Square. Let me see. Let me see. Town Square, so is that what it is? How many armories do you need? Watchtower. What is this? Has some cool stuff in there.
Zatanna.
Dead man's in serious danger from Hecate's curse and the demon
Oh.
Take Etrigan and his wards down. And thank you. I know this
80 armors.
but you being here like this, it means a lot to me.
You're.
Oh wow, you're coming through my TV, so you're loud. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, that's much better. I'm about to die. I can feel it. Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to get a group. I got a group eventually, but I initially started shouting. I had like 3 people over there starting the gentleman ghost. I'm like, nah. I watched them get wiped. I'm like, nah. I waited to build
Yeah,
one.
no, I'm in a phase right now where I already know, I can already tell it's full. And they're just going, these people are just running back and forth in the Gorgon becoming ghosts. I think they added another feat to the Gorgon.
Oh.
They're all spammy. Like you have to kill it X amount of time and do some shit. I'm just doing the Gentleman Ghost bounty until they all pop. I got like 4 out of the 5 or 6 feats they had.
Wow, look at you.
People just killing it and people are getting feats, so.
Do you have to unlock it or are you just killing it?
You just kill the boss.
Okay.
You just kill the boss and
So,
X amount of times or whatever.
so I need to go to Conduct and go spam and finish killing Pride. And what's the other one?
Oh, bro, I just died.
Injustice. But this grind is real. Well, I'm doing a lot more of content to just get my source marks up, but I definitely had a lot of style feats out there that I hadn't gotten.
Yeah, I went through and got all the style feats.
And they're taxing on these daggone item feats. Like, they go, oh, for this item you need 150 marks. I'm like, what?
Oh man, you missed it. I played a couple years ago and I stacked up on source marks. I'm not hurting on source marks at all. I think I got like 5,000 or something like that.
Damn.
Because you could run like the old
Content.
like, raid bosses and shit, and it would give you like 10, 15 marks. And then I stopped playing when I came back. They like changed it. They patched it all. So now what I do every Thursday is I just run all the T5 and T6 open world bounty, and then that pretty much is how I re-up on the source marks that I spent for the week.
Okay.
Because you can run T5 and T6 open world bounties and they give you like 8, 9 marks or whatever, 3, 4 for boss or something. Nobody does it. You have to find a group for them.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Everybody does the T6. You can just randomly run there to certain things. Like, you'll see people running in the House of Legends to the teleporter, and they'll be going to like whatever. If you see somebody shouting doing T6 patchwork, you just go there and then phase with them, and then they'll just run through all the bosses, and then they just go up the list till they get to the most recent one. But everybody always does the most recent DLC first when they log in.
Okay. That's what I do. I get in, I do my curse stuff, and then I've been working on my statues. So, what's it called? I think I have like 4 more to go. 10,000 prestige apiece. I was like, y'all taxing, but I figured out a way to get it faster, so it's not as bad.
I'm sorry, Shaz just threw me off. He said no cope, but the devs just gave guys the ability to wear heels now. What?
What?
I mean, you know this game has been headed in that direction, right?
Oh, I came back to that.
The pride.
Yeah, I came back. It's like, what is this? I don't even know if I want to.
I deleted all that shit. I didn't collect it. I was a little irritated. I was like, why don't you just put this in the game?
Hold on.